Wondering if this sounds good, if I'm alright. Okay, so we're going to be playing the House Always Wins today. This is a part of the League of Extraordinary Investigators. My name is Dane, if you don't know me. And I'm excited to get through with this playthrough. Now, for all of you who don't know, I'm using Tabletop Simulator. I'm using a very specific mod for it where it comes with all the investigators, and I get to load in my deck straight from ArkhamDB. So it's great, really intuitive, has a lot of command actions that I still am completely unaware of, and I don't use to their full extent. But I'm going to try today to get through the House Always Wins, while garnering the most victory points possible. How I do this is I'll be trying to collect the victory points from each of the locations that have victory on them. I guess I should kind of mention first that all who are included in this contest are veterans of the game and kind of know the ins and outs, so to speak. So so we're going to be going through this kind of knowing what's in the encounter deck already, kind of metagaming, so to speak. And I'm going to play with through Finn Edwards, who is the bootlegger. He can evade really well by taking additional actions on his turn that can only be used to evade. And he has 7 health, 7 sanity. He has a pretty good Elder Sign effect that lets him get more clues. And he's generally a good investigator, I think. I built a deck for him here that I will just show again in case nobody was here the first time. We've got a lot of ways to investigate. We've got some cheeky ways to bash some nerds and get rid of them forever. So that's great. We've got some ways to slip away. We've got some ways to get the hell out of here. Drawing cards, selling art students for clues is always a good thing to do. And yeah, so let's see. We've got investigators playing 1. We've got the first agenda deck here. We are currently in the Clover Club looking for Dr. Morgan. And whenever I reveal a chaos token, I may cheat if I want to. And I can treat it as any other thing, even the autofail, which is probably not advisable. So we're on standard mode here, so these are the values for each of the symbols. We're going on standard. I'm going to review this one more time. We've got all the standard chaos tokens for the first run here. Everything set aside is over here. We're on 0 Doom and 4, so we're going to just begin this game. We're going to begin by shuffling, just to make sure. I'll always shake. I will never use the command shuffle. I'm going to shuffle the encounter deck as well, just in case. And we're going to start by drawing 5 cards. Let's see. Ooh, this is good. So we've got Leo here. Leo makes us take, or allows us to take an additional action during our turn, which is great. We got Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is incredible in solo, in that you just get 2 resources every turn instead of 1. You kind of turn into Jenny Barnes. I got a way to get some clues, but that's not too relevant right now, as I'm basically just going to be selling off Leo's soul. He'll probably come back later at some point, but I'm going to be selling him to the mob straight out the gate, hopefully. Right now we are at the outside of the club, and we're looking to move inside, mingle with the pit club boss, or club pit boss, and make our way towards the back where there's some sketchy stuff happening. So we've got a good start here. We've got Lone Wolf, Leo. I'm going to throw away the intel report as that's not as necessary. The man decks might be all right. In case that he jumps on me, I can kind of get a little more of a leg up on him. But I'd rather, basically the ideal thing, I don't know why this populated resources on it. Get the hell out of here. You're not even worth deleting. So Flashlight would be good here. I think Flashlight's a good card, but right at the beginning here, we're not really, there's not really a traditional way to get clues. There is one clue that spawns where I am right now. We're going to start here. We're going to flip this over. It's got 1 clue on it. 2 Shroud. Not totally necessary as the act is 4 to advance. So I'm going to mull these 3 cards, I think, and we're going to hope for 3 better ones. Ugh. We asked, and we have received. So now we get to sell the art student to the mob, and we get to hang out with Leo for the rest of the game. Hey, that's great, right? We've got Waylay for big scary things, and we've got Lone Wolf starting up this turn. So I think what I'm just going to do the first turn, these all get back into the deck here, and I get shuffling. And I think the game is ready to begin. Let's see. So we're playing again on standard. We're on. We skipped the Mythos phase. We're on the investigation phase now. So we've got a clue on here. We're Finn. We've got the Clover Pit boss hanging out over there. He's actually going to move at the end of this turn. At the end of, let me see here. So he's got Hunter keyword. So he's going to move and kind of check us out. Make sure we're not doing anything weird. Note: each criminal enemy gains aloof. So he can't do anything right now. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to set up Leo and Lone Wolf here. I'm going to use my first action to get a resource. Play Leo here. Lose all of my money. Oops. And then Leo will make another magical token appear, which I'll actually just put on him, just to denote that I do have a 4th action here. These are my main. I'm also going to put one here for my Finn action. Because he does get a free action during my turn that I can use to evade. So I'm going to be using this whenever I do that, just so that it can be very clearly defined that I'm using that. So my first action was a resource. Second action was play Leo. My Leo action, or my third action, I will use to gain another resource. And my last action I'll use to play my Lone Wolf. That way I can start accruing more money so I can get this Waylay online. A Out of Here is great to have early because that's kind of how I get to delve, so to speak, later on. So that was my whole first turn. I don't get to use my Finn action, unfortunately, just because there's nobody on me. I guess it's good that there's nobody on me. So I'm going to reset all my actions here. I'm going to move enemy phase. This guy comes up here. There are some encounter cards where that is relevant. Hopefully we don't draw that one, but if we do, it's not so bad. All right, so now we go to upkeep phase. So ready, reset actions. So that's what I just did here. Ready all exhausted cards. None are exhausted. Each investigator draws 1 card, so I get my card. And gain 1 resource. So I've got a cash here. That's kind of helpful, but not the greatest right now. I believe I did shuffle the encounter deck, so we're just going to go ahead and do the Mythos phase. So first Mythos phase of the game. Place 1 in the agenda, advance if the threshold is satisfied, and then I draw a quote-unquote spooky card. So we're going to advance. We need 4 on here. And then we're going to draw from the encounter deck. But not that way, because that way's lame. We're going to draw from this way. Alright, so place 1 doom on each criminal enemy location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. So I was a little afraid of this happening here. That means that we got a doom on the Clover Club boss, which is not the greatest. We just kind of got H&Evil'd. Nothing we can do about it, though. If we murder him... If we attack him at all, if we deal any sort of damage to him, we immediately advance. He is elite, so we cannot waylay him. So we're just going to have to deal with us being at 2 doom already. So what I'm going to do on my turn, now it's the investigator phase again. Beginning of the investigation phase, I'm going to grab a resource from Lone Wolf. But it's great, though. I have 4 actions each turn. That's going to really help my odds in getting the most efficiency. Action 1, I'm going to head over to the lounge here. As was foretold, I can discard an ally asset here from my hand to gain 2 clues, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my first action was move. My next action is discard art student. I'm just going to sell her straight off to the mob because I'm a heartless bootlegger. And that's what I do. So I'm going to copy this clue here. And then I'm just going to put 2 clues in here. All right, got 2 of those bad boys. Now I'm going to head into the bar. So in terms of action efficiency, there is a card here that punishes you for getting a drink. So here you can spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool, and draw 2 cards. Remember that you've had a drink. Remember you had a drink is important because there's the unfortunate side effect of something in the drinks, which makes you lose an action. But we got Leo, so we got nothing to lose, right? There's no point to worry about that. So at the very least, we have a normal investigator's worth of actions with something in the drinks. So boohoo. So we're going to use our 3rd action here to move into the bar. And in true bootlegger fashion, I mean, look at him. This guy wants a drink. We're going to use the extra resource generously donated by Lone Wolf. And we're going to draw 2 cards for our last action. And remember that we've had a drink. So this guy is way over here now. We are on 3 Doom. We draw 2 cards from that. Perfect. I got the lucky cigarette case, which is what I was hoping for early. I've got a sneak attack, which is great for helping dispatch this guy. I'm hoping to draw into more stuff to deal with him, because eventually we will have to. Once this agenda flips over, we won't any longer have our criminals be aloof. They'll kind of be shooing away all of the friendly folk from the bar or from the club as spooky things start to happen. All right, so enemy phase is going to move back up to the lounge here. We're going to go to upkeep phase. We're going to flip all of our actions back over. And then we're going to draw a card and gain a resource. Oh, that's bad. So this is the thing that I was worried about getting first turn, where it's a little more manageable now, and I'm glad that this is actually happening now. It can happen, and there's just horrible things. So there is an encounter card in here, actually, that's very similar to this, and I kind of got them confused at one point. I'm going to ready each enemy at my location or a connecting location. Each hunter enemy moves 1 location towards me. If no enemies move at the result, shuffles back into my deck. This is kind of prime time for this to happen, as I already took the clue thing from happening here. He's going to move into my place and actually engage me. Not the greatest. Oh no, he's not going to engage me. He's still aloof. I'm sorry. That is far less bad than it would seem. So, seems to be going well. I'm just reading this to double check. Each hunter enemy at a connecting location moves 1 location towards you. Great. Perfect. So he's a hunter enemy, so he does move. However, since he is aloof, he maintains his aloofness. So he just kind of comes over to check us out. We already had a drink, though. Talked to the bartender. We've got everything we needed from him. So that's at the end of that phase. We're going to head up here, get a Doom on this guy, and then we're going to draw another encounter card. And then it's going to be the one that actually makes him make an attack against us. Watch. No, we got rats. Hey. You don't like more than criminals. Rats. So rats are kind of annoying. We have a 3 strength, which is good. I think there are only -3s, and then the little cultist token in here that would make us fail. So we've got some -3s. We've got a -4 and the auto fail, of course. I don't really want to take a lot of time dealing with these rats, but I think we have to. I don't want a lot of hunter enemies on the board right now. So I'm going to... I wish I had a way to deal with them that's easier. Like, I wish I had a gun with me or something. Oh, by the way, I did gain my 1 resource from Lone Wolf. Investigation phase is happening now. I think I'm just going to punch these rats. I'd much prefer to use my... I guess I could use my Finny Evade here. But it's almost pointless to do now. I'm going to have to eventually deal with them. And this next turn is the turn where... oh, I'm supposed to draw... Gain 2 clues. I'm sorry, I forgot. So there's my first mistake. I forgot to get the 2 clues from drinking. That would have been a pretty big mistake, as that's kind of how you can be the most efficient in doing this. So I have all the clues that I need to advance the agenda, and I think I'm going to do that now. So we're going to just delete all these clues. And we're going to advance the agenda, as there is no real time in which it specifies you need to. So after speaking with people, Dr. Morgan is doing stuff in there. I don't know if you guys care about this. We're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn him at the Darkened Hall. Now, mind you, this is going to advance next turn, so I think we kind of want to get in or past the Darkened Hall so that we can do something about this. So we're just going to start discarding here. Something in the drinks, hey, that's great to get rid of. Rats, that's fine. Hunted Down, this is the one that I was talking about. This is if there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, gain Surge, but they'll move towards you and hit you if they're on you. Oh, okay, so we got a Mobster. We're going to spawn the Darkened Hall in a second, so we forgot to put that in play first. I'm going to search the set aside here. Let's see. Darkened Hall, here we go. We're going to put this into play. I believe it's connected to the card room. Yes, it is. Grab one of these, spawn it over here. And then this guy spawns in the Darkened Hall. So we're gonna, I don't know what to do about this, but he's here for anybody who is wondering. I guess I'm gonna take my Finn action to just try and evade these guys. There's no harm in it, I think. There's nothing that in the Chaos bag that would make me lose resources or anything like that, except for the tablet. And I actually honestly don't remember if there's a tablet in here. I don't know if it's against the rules to look on that kind of thing, but for very unspecified reasons, we're not going to. Let's see here. So go to the card room. The card room is where we gamble. I want to punch these rats, I think, first. It sucks to have to take... I'm fine going in here and just kind of evading this guy and leaving. He doesn't have Hunter, so he's not going to. So worst comes to worst, we're just going to do this here. Oh, perfect. So 3 strength to 1. We punch the rats successfully. The rats go away for our first action. I'm just going to double check real quick, make sure we didn't need to shuffle the encounter deck or anything like that in. Okay, perfect. So now only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we need 2, which is not a lot. So we're going to do that. We killed the rats, and we're going to head out now. We've got 3 more actions. I'm going to move twice here, so I'm going to move down Clover Club, flip this over. You can do a bunch of gambling here, get clues, test your luck, but we actually got the perfect start. This fell through the floor, so that's always great when that happens. So I'm going to move 1 and then 2 into the Darkened Hall. He still has Aloof. So once we move into the Darkened Hall, when it's revealed, put into play the 3 set aside back hallway locations. So we're going to reach back into the set aside pile here. Grab these backdoor hallways. And we're going to spawn them right down here. I guess I should shuffle them up if there's any, if anybody knows like the order of them or anything, just so that it's completely random. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to spawn a few more of these bad boys, indicating where they're pointing. I'm sure it's intuitive and you guys know that. So here's an interesting dilemma in that this guy's eventually going to hunter down to us and we're going to have to deal with him. What I want to do next... You can hear children screaming out, right? Yeah. If that gets to a point, I'm just going to shut the window. My cat's sitting on the ledge over there. I don't know if you can see him. He enjoys watching TV, as we call it. My last action here... See, because he's going to be here. We're going to have to go between this Darkened Hall. This is kind of like a hub for these last 3 areas. Ideally, we want to reveal the escape route first so that we can get those clues off of it, and then I'm out of here when we're in one of these other places. As basically, we want to get to, in the order of reveals, we want to get the back alley where you resign first. That way our I'm out of here is turned on. Next, we want to get the art gallery so we can blow through that, and then we want to get the VIP area. But I guess the last 2 aren't that big of a deal. The only thing that would kind of stink is getting stuck in the VIP area because you cannot draw cards or gain resources by the upkeep effects. So we're going to take a 1 in 3 chance here and go into one of these rooms rather than playing the Lucky Cigarette Case. I think that is reasonable to do. Lucky Cigarette Case is amazing to have down. It lets you draw cards. And with Finn's free evade action, it's basically just drawing free cards sometimes. Especially versus guys who have, like, you know, two agility. But we're going to move into one of these so we can just start. He doesn't engage me right away. We can kind of pick when we want him to engage. And then this guy will kind of eventually work his way down. So I'm going to move into the... My gut is telling me here. But something else is telling me here. I'm going to move to the left. I know it doesn't matter at all. Perfect. Back alley. Amazing. We did it. So here's where we resign. This is exactly what we want. So for anybody that doesn't know, when you resign, you actually drop your clues before you resign. Meaning that if I were to resign using this action, you drop your clues and you actually can't get the victory here. I'm Out of Here effectively works as a delve, so to speak, in that way. So that's the end of my phase. This guy moves up. I refreshed my investigator, but that's just because I knew that I would have to in the next phase. He moves this here. Next turn he'll be here. Upkeep phase, reset action, so I'll do that now. I used the last one to move here, by the way. And then we're going to draw a card, gain a resource. So we've got a lot of money here, which is good, but also problematic because we want to find our ways to deal with these guys. This guy has 4 health, and that's kind of tough to deal with only a single sneak attack. I kind of want to find some guns and ways to deal with them. Otherwise, we've got a waylay for the big scary monsters that are actually about to happen. So Mythos phase hits. We're at 3 Doom. However, the pit boss has one on him. So we're going to delete this Doom. Doom's going to wipe, and then we're going to advance. All right. Princess definitely doesn't want to be bothered. We're going to shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If we've completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B. So we're actually just going to hang it on 2A. We've got a little breathing room here. Spooky stuff is not happening yet. However, we get these shuffled back in. So that happens. I'm going to draw an encounter card in 1 minute. So I'm in the back alley. This guy's here. This guy's here. Okay. Let's draw that encounter card. Hope it's nothing horrible. That's pretty bad. So let's see. If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, hunting unengaged search. So there are. Each criminal that... each of them moves 1 location towards you and then makes an immediate attack. So this guy's kind of unfortunate to be hit by. He does make us lose a resource. So he will attack us, punch us for 1 damage, and then make us lose a resource, which is kind of unfortunate. We can, however, just kind of leave him here. I'm going to take my free Fin evade on him and get out of here. Unfortunately, we're going to have to evade this guy twice, I think, is what's going to have to happen. Hopefully, I'll be able to sneak attack him on the way out. I do want to eventually play this. I want to play my Lucky Cigarette Case so that I can start drawing cards for my free evade. But, so now that happened. He's on top of me. I lost a resource. My turn begins. Lone Wolf is going to trigger, give me another resource. And I've got all 5, technically, of my actions. So I can spend a whole turn dealing with this guy. I think I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is free dodge this guy. Hopefully that will work. Grab the clue here for my first action. Next action, move in here. Third action, evade. Hopefully that happens. Fourth action, move into the back door alley, maybe? Or maybe fourth action will be sneak attack him. We want this guy dead. We want that victory. So we don't have any way to buff this, though. My other options. What are my other options? See, if I'm going to go in there and evade him anyways, it might be good to just play my cigarette case, move in there, and then dodge him, hoping to get a card off of it, which is very unlikely because we only got 4. He's got 3. So let's just go through this turn here. I got one from my Lone Wolf. I'm going to dodge this guy. Hey, we got an Elder Sign. Well, that's always great. +1 for each exhausted enemy in play. If I succeed by 2 or more, I may discover one clue at my location. So, wow, that actually does trigger, which is incredible for us. +1 for each exhausted enemy in play. So that's 0, and I'm at 4 to 2. So he becomes exhausted. And then I did discover a clue because it's by 2 or more. So look at that. Finn Edwards taking 6 actions in a turn. So free evade, we successfully got a clue because we did evade. Let me just make sure I'm reading this right. This feels like cheating, so I want to make sure I'm not. Exhausted enemy in play. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may discover one clue at this location. So that is exactly what happened. It doesn't matter if an exhausted enemy is in play or not, right? No. Cool. Great. So that makes this so much easier. Because what we're going to do now, let's see. So we've got the 1 victory. So what I like to actually do here for a moment, I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to place a clue down here. And then I'm just going to make it huge. Welcome to the victory display. Clue. What else are we going to do? So that was first action. That was free Finn action. And then we also got the clue off here. We've got all 4 of our actions. I think I want to get the cigarette case down. But if I get the cigarette case down, I can't sneak attack the guy. I think that's priority. We could like cash cigarette case, sneak attack. No, cash cigarette case, move, sneak, dodge. But that doesn't look good. We definitely don't want to use this to commit. I think I'm just gonna save the money on the. It's unfortunate. I really want to like be cheating, so to speak, even more and drawing off of my free evade, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna use my first action here. Actually, I'll use this just for so that I don't go out of order again. So I'm gonna move up here for my first action. Pit boss is gonna see me get all angry, and I'm gonna try to dodge him. So let's go with a 4 to 3, I guess. 4 to 3 fails. So that's a dodge. Third action. I'll try dodging. Do I want to give this waylay up? I guess I don't necessarily need it. I'm saving this for the big monsters because there are big monsters that come out eventually. And they are not elite. And this is a great way to dispatch them. Though I think I want to save this for when I have cigarette case up. So I'm going to dodge him again here. So let's see. Free Finn action was dodged. I have 2 actions left. So I'm going to take my third action here and try and dodge him again. No, and I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to hope that I don't get smacked by this guy. Do I want to commit anything again? No, 2 damage isn't the worst. So what is this? I forgot what this is, actually. -3 game resources. So we failed. We kind of took a turn off, which kind of stinks. We did a lot of work over here and then didn't get any return for it. However, I do feel good about getting that clue already. So Pit Boss is going to smack us. He gets angry at us. I hope I don't get another one of those drawn, hunted down. This guy gets back up. It is enemy phase happened. Upkeep phase is going to happen now. Resetting my actions. Pit Boss is on me as a result, so I'm going to draw a card. Oh, good. I got a Derringer now. Now I can gain a resource. Now I can kind of try to deal with this guy. I'm thinking I just don't sandbag the waylay. I'm thinking I just get rid of it so that I can succeed on a test against him. And probably should have done that last turn, but you know, whatever. Let's hope I don't get hunted down again. Mythos phase, I added 1 to the Doom thing there. Draw another card. Ooh, well, he gets another Doom on him, which almost makes me want to murder him now, if I can. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my free Finn action evading, using Waylay, or committing Waylay rather, for 2 symbols. So I'm at 6 to 3. Ancient Evils is great. I'm going to... Oh, I didn't gain my Lone Wolf, so I'm going to gain my Lone Wolf money. My mistake on that one, but now I have it, so we're all good. So I'm gonna evade here. Okay, -1. Oh, I could have used that last turn. So we're gonna go here. He's evaded now. Pardon me, I have a bit of a cold. I'm getting over a bit of one. So he's evaded now with a free fin action. I'm going to play my Derringer for 3 resources for my first action. God, I want to get the secret case down so bad. Next action, I'm going to shoot him. Is that right? I hope I don't have to shoot him twice, but if I do, that's not that bad because I get a victory from it. And I'm kind of ahead of the game. I actually do want to kill him this turn, I think. That's worth my time because it frees up a whole turn for me. So I'm just going to shoot him twice here, I think. Hopefully I'll be able to... Hopefully I'll be able to kill him. I'll get the +2 for that attack, and then it'll deal 1 damage, and everything will be great. So I'm at 3. I'm at 5. So we're hoping for a 0 here, I think, or a +1. Not a -3. Not a skull, I don't think. Because skull, I could spend 2 resources to treat it as a 0, but that would essentially be like playing sneak attack anyway. Does he have 4 health? Yeah, he does have 4 health. So let's draw here. Skull. So that's unfortunate. We do, however, do a damage to him, which is great. And I think I'm just going to take this whole turn to kill him. So I'm going to shoot him again here. Let's hope this doesn't miss. Hey, there we go. Unfortunately, I don't draw anything off of it. It deals 2 damage to him, which is kind of awkward. Because now we don't want to sneak attack him. Now we kind of want to save this, I think. No. See, because... So here's the thing. It's testless damage, right? I don't want to, like, test this and fail because that would screw this up. The Doom would advance immediately. So I think that I'm actually just going to sneak attack here as my last action. Kind of sucks to lose the action to the extra damage there, but we get rid of the Doom. He enters the victory display. So we're at 2 out of 5 here. And that is my last action. We still have a bullet in this, which is good for dealing with, you know, if one of these little dudes spawns back on us. We've got the big guy down, and we've got 2 more turns on this. So everything's looking up. So enemy phase, no enemies are going to move, no enemies are going to attack. We're going to move to the upkeep phase. We're going to reset our actions. Flip, 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 flip. I'm going to reset that guy. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Well, we've got another gun, so that's good. We got the cash to play everything too. We're going to put another Doom. It's going to go back to Mythos phase. Put a Doom on here. And then we're going to draw some cards. Just a fate. Reveal a random chaos token from the chaos bag. If you reveal a Elder Sign or positive number, nothing happens. Reveal any other number, take 1 damage. Reveal a spooky symbol, take 2 horror. Reveal the +1. Guys, we got a positive number. That's great. Nothing happens. Easy. All right, so now we're on investigation phase again. We're going to... Wait a minute, is it... I just want to double check that. It is positive number, right? Yeah, so that's a 2 out of 16 or something chance. Good news for us. So we got our Lone Wolf money coming in. We got all 4 actions and nothing on the board. We got a mobster here, but whatever. I think I'm going to get my lucky cigarette case down now. I'm going to move in here first, I think, just to see what it is. Okay, perfect. This is the exact order we wanted. So we're going to have the art gallery here. It's got 1 victory on it, and it's got 1 clue on it, which is great. And we actually do need 2 to get going here. I actually might not want to play this, now that I think about it, because one thing that I underestimated before was the need for 1 will test, exactly 1 will test in this thing. Which is to get the good doctor and bring him back with you. You do need, I think, 3 will, and Finn, his big downside is that he has 1. So I might need to look for I have 2 logical reasonings in the deck here. I might need to look for that. So my first action was spent moving. I might not actually play that anymore, which kind of stinks. I think I'm going to just vanilla investigate here. I don't have anything to commit or anything. I'm going to save the cigarette case for that. I do want to draw those cards, but I think that it's not worth playing that because I'm so far ahead. Maybe it is, though. I think it might be. Because it'll help us get to where we need to be. It'll help us draw those logical reasonings. So I'm just going to play it for my second action. And then I'm going to investigate 2 to 4 here. Okay, 2 to 4, we win. Unfortunately, the cigarette case doesn't do us any good. However, we do get this clue. So let's see. 1 was move, 2 was play the cigarette case, 3 was investigate. We have enough now to spawn the guy. So let's do that. Let's get this investigator Ringo Dingo going. Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't. I need to be in the VIP area. Somebody probably would have pointed that out to me. So my options are I can move in here, start there next turn. However, if I do get hunted down, he's going to smack me again, which is very rude and not great. My other option is that I can play a cash, hoping to play a Derringer later. I might need the money here. I am kind of ahead. I will say that. We're basically almost done here. We just need to make a will test. Hopefully draw back into the waylay. I might just draw a card. The worst that can happen is I draw my Hypochondria. If we get a hunted down, he'll move into here, and he'll eventually be dispatched by this huge spooky horror coming down here. So I think that I might just draw a card. Because I'm going to get 2 by next turn. Is Derringer... No, I need a card, I think. I don't want to get hunted down by that guy. As much as I do want to dodge him here, I don't want him to hit me because I'm kind of not dangerously low, but I can be low. I mean, enough of those Twist of Fates, enough bad things happening could just draw me. So I'm just going to draw a card. Perfect. So we drew into our waylay. That's our win condition against these big hulking monstrosities in case we do need it. If the big one with victory on it doesn't spawn, that's kind of a bummer, but you know. So enemy phase, nothing happens again. Investigator phase, we're gonna ready everything. We're gonna draw a card. Ooh, perfect. So this is actually what I was looking for. I'm looking for logical reasonings because they do have that will symbol on them. I'm hoping to get my next one too, but only time will tell. So upkeep, I drew a card, gain a resource. This meets its threshold. We're gonna tick that back down. Monsters and humans are closing in. Oh no. Alright, so we're going to spawn a random enemy from the Hideous Abominations set. Shuffle the set aside Striking Fear as well as the discard pile in the encounter deck. So let's do that first. So we're going to get the Hideous Abominations hanging out right here. We're going to shuffle them up. I said we're going to shuffle them up. Perfect. We're going to get the Striking Fear set, which is very bad for Finn as well, because the reason why this is in this deck is because Frozen in Fear is in this encounter set. And that is very bad in terms of losing actions, although we have Leo, and it doesn't really matter as much. So we're just going to throw this in with the counter discard, slap that puppy on there, and shuffle this bad boy up. We're going to have to shuffle again because I forgot that we didn't shuffle this guy in yet. Let's see what we rip. Ooh, that's not ripping. Well, I guess I'm going to shuffle this because... Okay. Alright, so we got a conglomeration of spheres. 2 out of 3. I believe he spawns in the lounge. Yes, he does. So he spawns in the lounge. Shuffle the rest of the encounter discard pile. So we shuffle these guys in. Unfortunate that we don't get the big guy with victory on him. But, you know, maybe we will another day. So move all investigators and engage enemies to La Bella Luna to the Cloverkill Lounge and remove that from the game. So La Bella Luna and your little clue there. See you later. We're going to detach that. This guy just sucks the rest of the world into oblivion, apparently. Probably lowest will. Hey, if you're looking for an investigator with lower will, you can check out Calvin, but I'm your guy. So he's going to eventually hunt down to us. Now that we know we don't need this waylay, that's kind of a nice thing. That was actually the agenda flipping. So we've got 7 turns here now. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy at the location as abomination enemy. So that's great in case I do get hunted down. This guy will move here. Eventually that guy will be murdered. So we got another mobster. He spawns on us, which is actually kind of great for our lucky cigarette case situation. This we know is the VIP area, and we're gonna try and get as many. Where are we gonna shoot him? I guess. I mean that'd be 5 to 3, and that's kind of great. Okay, so that was the enemy or Mythos phase. We got this guy on us. We get a lone wolf money, and we're good to go. So I might actually just shoot this guy. I kind of want to free evade him though, like just because I'm Finn. So I'm gonna try that. This thing says if you fail, lose 2. Oh, but it's by 2, so we're fine. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna use our free Finn evade here. Hopefully we'll get a good number. So that's interesting. So that's actually so that I could spend 2 resources to draw a card effectively. And I might actually do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna treat it as a 0. So now we're 4 to 2, which places cigarette case at exactly the threshold because we want to draw some cards. So I'm gonna trade in 2 resources, get a card here. We got elusive, which is amazing. So that's a free evade. We also draw a card from it. He's evaded now, left in the art gallery forever. To join your brethren mobster over there. We got 4 actions left. Now that we know we're not going to be dealing with the big scary guy, I think I'm just going to head home. I think I'm just going to move up here. Action 1. 2, I'll move into... Oh, wait, no. We can't head home because we need him. We need him. So action 3. So let's see. 1 was dodge. Fin action was dodge. Move, and then we're in the VIP area. So unfortunately, we cannot draw cards here or gain resources from card effects or from the upkeep phase. Which is kind of a shame to spend those, but I really did want to draw a card there. Maybe it didn't pan out that well in my favor, but we're going to be getting some trickle money from the lone wolf so that we can play anything that we do need. And we've always got the option I'm out of here. So first things first, let's get this this squared away. I don't believe we'll ever need to be leaving the VIP area from now until the end of the game. We might need the dodge symbol, but I also just kind of want to ensure that I do get this clue. So I'm going to be committing this elusive. We don't really have the money. We basically have enough money to play one of these. Obviously, we could play cash, but I'm going to take that investigating action here. So it's 5 to 3. Perfect. So we got a -1. We got the last clue off the area. I'm actually going to just update the victory display. We've got 3 victory here, and we've got the 1 from that boss. So I'm going to spawn these 2 clues and get this going way up. Perfect. So we got 4 victory out of the 5. It's not 100%. We still need, however, to get the good doctor. I think my last action, I do want to play a cash so I can get some money. Or I'll draw a card. If I draw a card, I have more chances to get the logical reasoning. It's a 1 out of 19, unfortunately. It could be at the bottom of my deck. But the cigarette case also commits for 1. And I do believe I do have unexpected courage in here as well. So a logical reasoning and an unexpected courage might be what I have to settle for here. Basically, for the rest of the game now, I'm just going to be drawing cards. I can spend these clues now, and I actually think I will do that momentarily. So I'm going to spend 2 clues here. Move them off, get them deleted. I do have a leftover clue for the victory, so that's kind of nice. And we're going to go to Skin Game. So we have not completed extracurricular activity. We will find Dr. Morgan and put him in the VIP area, and we will advance to All In. So we are at All In now. The good doctor spawns in here. He's in a daze. So the VIP area gains... Let me see. Is that on this? Yeah, that's on this. With or without Dr. Morgan, you have to get out of here fast. So if he's not controlled by a player, he gains Parlay. Test 3 will to shake Dr. Morgan out of his daze. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank. When there's 1 clue, I take control of him. So I want to get him out of here with me, I think. He's not the greatest ally to have in your deck, and you don't have to include him. But he might be good for our purposes. We do want somebody to soak some damage for us eventually later in the scenario. So last action, I'm just going to draw a card like I'd said before. We've got an intel report, which is kind of cool. There's no clues anywhere, but you know, we're gonna get through our deck. So, so enemy phase. This guy moves down here. We can dodge this guy forever, although he's kind of hard to dodge. He's got 4 dodge, which is exactly comparable to us. Although we've got some cards to throw away. We've got this to throw away, and eventually we'll probably draw into some more. So we can't draw cards or gain resources during this phase, which is kind of unfortunate. We'll reset all our actions. Again, that last action over there was used to evade, or was used to draw a card rather. So we're just going to be probably just pumping out 3 draws a turn and then hoping to get this test going. Upkeep phase. This guy readies. All these are refreshed. No card, no resource. Kind of brutal, kind of punishing, whatever. I hope nothing bad comes off of this. Said everybody ever. Twist of Fate. Okay, that's not bad. Well, it could be bad, I guess. So, same thing again. We're just going to reveal 1. So it's a negative symbol, which means that I take 1 damage. That's not good, but you know what? Our good buddy Leo is here to tank it. Thanks, Leo. What a guy. So now I think we're just going to draw 3 cards. I might need a money just in case something horrible spawns on me and I have to deal with it. Oh, I do get a money from my Lone Wolf, which is notable. I'm going to just draw a card for my first action. Got a Lone Wolf. Okay, that's not bad. Second action, I will do the same. There's the Hypochondria. We knew it was in the deck, but now it's here, hanging out with us in the threat area. After I take 1 damage, I take a direct horror. That's not bad. I don't have any horror, so I don't think I'm actually going to spend those actions to do so. So that was second draw. It's unfortunate that we did draw that, but you know, what can you do? So I'm going to another action, drawing a card here. And dexterity, hey, that's great. And I think just to hedge my bets against one of the big scary things that comes, I am going to play a cashier. That way we can have some money. As my last action. So we've got 8 cards in hand. We don't draw or gain resources during the upkeep phase, which is kind of fine. This guy's going to come in and bop us for 1 and 1, which is not that great. But we're all right. We're pretty healthy. We need to get this guy and succeed at a will test of 3. So this, historically, will tests have been tough for Finn. And that is something I knew going in. However, I did not know that I needed this. I might have considered taking a whatchamacallit, 3 symbols you can only commit at a test of 2 or more. But, you know, I can't do that now. This is the deck that I've been dealt with. I have 2 will symbols in my hand. Let's go Unexpected Courage. So enemy phase, this guy's going to move here. We're going to think about our life for a second. Okay. We're done thinking. We're going to draw some, or we're going to flip these back over. Draw no cards, gain no resources. Sucks to suck. Let's make this scarier. This guy's going to move into us next turn. Okay. Let's see what we get. Something in the drinks. Well, that sucks. We lose an action. Search. Rotting Remains. Test 3 will. Ooh, boy. It's going to get spooky in here. We're just going to do it. If we don't get Dr. Morgan, not that big of a deal. We're a rogue. You know, like, we don't care about him, honestly. We just want him for that good old R1. So we're going to roll with a 1 to 3 here and hope to get good stuff. So we actually can spend 2 resources to make that a 0, which means that we take 2 horror instead of 3. The way it looks now, I think that's kind of reasonable, because we're going to gain 1 from Lone Wolf, which will render us capable of playing that anyways. So I think we're just going to do that. I think we're just going to spend the 2. Doesn't say if this is Act 1, right? Yeah, okay. We're going to spend the 2 resources, treat this as a 0, so I take just 1 less. We're going to throw 1 on Leo and then 1 on myself and be fine. Hypochondria does make it a little spookier if we do get this again, but we didn't get enemies, so that's great. This guy's actually going to deal 2, now that I think about it. I don't want to spend the... As I did lose an action, he did take away Leo action, which is unfortunate, but I think we're just still on the game of just drawing cards here. So I'm going to draw for my first action. Okay, draw for my second action. There it is. Okay, so now we can do this. We have a chance anyways. It would be +2. I shouldn't say that this is just like a thing that's going to happen, because if we don't get this, we just peace, I think. We just get out of here. So do I tempt fate and wait? If I take, let's see here. I have a buffer of, this guy's going to smack me for 1 and 2 next turn. He's going to put me to 4 damage and 3 sanity. Worst case scenario, we draw another of these rotting remains and we go down to 1, and then we just resign anyway. Hunted Down is still in there. Otherwise, I would consider moving out here and using my free evade and then just dumping a bunch of these cards on him. So hopefully, you know, draw some more cards, like draw a card with Mandex, draw a card with I'm out of here. But I don't think there's a way that we can die next turn unless, like, we go Hunted Down and then I don't even know. But this guy's going to come in regardless. We're going to get a big scary monster on us again. Does he attack us if we parlay, actually? That's reasonable. Oh, no, because... even if 2 big monsters spawn, I have enough evade card or evade symbols here that I can kind of swindle my way out of this. So I think we're okay there. And I could actually just if I just did really want to stay. I don't think I took my lone wolf money here. Oh no, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm very certain that if he just moves in here, we could just waylay him. We might succeed by 2. If we do, we draw another card. If we do, we draw another card. That might actually be the plan here if we don't draw anything spooky from the deck. So, end of turn. Did I use my Leo action? No, I did not. I'm considering moving out there, but I think I'm not going to. I think what I'm going to do... play my other cash? Is that ever right? I can just draw another card. I'm going to hope to hit my other... nope, okay. So that's the end of my turn. All my actions come back to me. This guy jumps on me and unfortunately deals me a lot of damage. So he deals 1 and 2. Don't get any good cards, so I am way over max capacity here. I do, however, check for hand size. I don't draw a card, gain a resource, but I will drop down to 8, so I don't want this cash, I don't think. It would really suck. So things I don't want, things with books on them. So this goes away, this goes away. I do want symbols here. I don't think I'm going to be fighting anything. If the big other guy spawns, I'm just going to waylay him. I don't need to worry about this guy as much. He's kind of annoying to evade, but as long as we have symbols, we should be okay. Yeah, we have time. We have time. So I'm going to drop these. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We're going to move to, let's see. So refreshed everything. Checked hand size, discarded down. We're going to move to Doom now. So we're at 3 out of 7. It's getting a little more spooky here. Something in the drinks. Well, that kind of stinks. Unintentional rhyme. Hunted Down. Okay. So Hunted Down. They move 1 location towards me. That's spooky because they could just murder me next turn. However, we do have free Fin action here paired with manual dexterity. It's possible that we just totally wipe the floor with this guy. And the Lucky Cigarette case, we might just draw 3 cards here and get exactly what we need. So we're going to do that. We're going to do... we don't have our 4th action because of something in the drinks. Got a little woozy. First action, we will use to evade this guy. So it's 4-4. I'm gonna commit a Mandex and an I'm out of here, putting me at 8-4. The only kind of shitty thing would be if we drew a -3, because that means that we don't get that. Again, obviously autofail would really suck, but chances 1 out of 16. Okay. So we're going to commit those two. We're at 8. The only thing that doesn't make us draw here is that, and that's kind of fine. So let's do that. Okay, perfect. 0. So we dodge him. We dodged him by 8, right? Yeah. Or no, 4, sorry. So we do get the draw from our Mandex here, so I'm going to draw 1 card from that. We do get another draw from the Lucky Cigarette case, so I'm going to draw from that. And no, that was my free action, actually. Okay, so we've got Slip Away. That's really good here. It doesn't give the symbols that I quite want. I do have... we're literally just in this game, guys, to get this guy out of here. We need more will. We need to be more charismatic in order to get Dr. Mann out of here. Dr. Francis Morgan. So, let me think. We're going to... I don't even think we have to worry about this guy for the rest of the game. Hunted Down is spooky. If that happens, we could just die next turn. Oh, I could waylay this guy, actually. I forgot to get my Lone Wolf money yet again. So I'm going to do that retroactively. Hopefully nobody hates me for that. Because I knew that we would be able to play waylay should we need it. So I just committed all of my symbols that I could use. However, I could be at +2 for this, and then just waylay this guy and be fine. Alternatively, I could just do the test now. However, that's never how you do it. I don't think I use this action. I used my fin action to evade. So I'm just going to draw another card. Perfect. That's what we needed. Okay. So here's the test. Here's the test we've been waiting for the last, 5 turns. We're going to do the test up here. We're going to do the Dr. Morgan test. 3 will. Shake this guy out of his daze. We're going to commit 2 logical reasonings. Please don't say 1 per test. Okay. We're going to commit 2 logical reasonings and an unexpected courage. This brings Finn to a powerful 7 against this test. So 1 was draw. 2 will be do this test. Hopefully we can get out of here this turn. So we're going to be at a powerful 7-3. That feels great, although... we're leaving without him. All right, last action. We're just going to... I'm out of here. Bye. See you later, Dr. Morgan. And that's the House Always Wins? Oh, wait. No, do I need to be out of there? No, I don't think I can do that, actually. Because if I'm in here, I drop all my clues here. So I actually don't want to do that. Where did I put that thing? I don't want to use my last action doing that, which is kind of unfortunate. And now I kind of just want to waylay this guy. Ugh, autofail. Autofail, autofail, autofail. I think we're just going to waylay this guy here so that things don't get incrementally spookier and I just get knocked out. Or I could move there, let them both hit me, and die. It's also a possibility. Let's see. As if foretold, the autofail made it so that we were never meant for each other, Dr. Francis Morgan. I'm sorry. However, I'm going to try to waylay this thing. I think that's right to do. These guys are both easy to dodge, and I'm basically just going to jump out or resign from there. Unfortunately, we'll never get Dr. Francis Morgan because that was all of our will symbols. So I'm going to waylay. We're going to use all of our money here as my last action. Choose an exhausted non-elite enemy. He is not elite. He's just an abomination. Test X, where X is that enemy's evade value, which is 4, kind of unfortunate. Lone Wolf. I'm going to commit Slip Away. And we're just going to go for it. Here we go. Why now? I mean, I'm happy because that means that he's dead. But why now? The Chaos Bag giveth, the Chaos Bag taketh away. So he's going to get waylaid. That's some good news. Let's hope we don't get hunted down and get to a lot of damage. So upkeep, enemy phase, nothing happens. Oops. Leo be tripping. Ugh, physical pain occurred when that autofail was drawn. So I'm gonna refresh all my actions, not draw a card, not gain a resource because I hate this place. He hates this place too, but he's never gonna get out of here. So we're going to just go straight to Mythos phase. These guys don't move yet. Go to 4 and draw a card from the encounter deck. It's a Twist of Fate. We're going to draw a card or thing. It's a negative symbol. We're going to take a damage and a horror. That's fine. We have four actions. Now, I know that enemies don't attack you unless there are like 3 things that they don't attack you for. I believe it's Resign, Parlay, Fight, and something else. Either way, we'll be fine if we just move and I'm out of here. So I'm going to move in here. They're going to jump on me being all angry. So that's first action. Second action. He's just going to stay here. The Chaos Bag is decreed. Also, I gain a resource because of Lone Wolf. Chaos Bag is decreed that Dr. Morgan is not fit to leave. So I'm going to... I mean, if this is the case, I don't think it is, but I'm just going to fin evade because there's nothing that can make me discard a card, so there's no point in not doing it. Okay, perfect. So I dodge 1 with the free fin evade, and then I'm going to... I'm out of here. So my clues drop here, or my 1 clue drops here, rather, and I escape. And in the case that they do hit me... Wow, Finn. In the case that they do hit me, he hits me for 1 and 1. That's not a big deal. I can just put it on Leo. And I escape with 4 victory. I don't escape with Dr. Morgan, however. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. So we're going to go to... What the heck is that? What is this? What is this? Fold. Oh no, fold. That's not the one we're on. We're on this one. Save for now. You escape the club. Otherwise, R1. So we got R1. Whatever. Dr. Francis is not here with us. And that is actually it. So Finn the boy did it. We kind of got close to dying there, but we ended up being fine. Very unfortunate time to auto fail that one test that I was there for like 5 turns for. Either way, if this guy hit me, he would have just done 1 and 1, and I would have been fine. So I left. I dropped my clue there, and we got 4 victory. So that's it for that. The house does always fin indeed. Thanks, guys, for watching, who watched, and I hope you guys on YouTube will also have an enjoyable time watching. I will catch you guys next time when we go to extracurricular fintivity.